that. He's going to have to beat Moon of Korea. It's Moon who comes out first.
This is absolutely incredible. Damian Villa is going to be a rock star in Mexico in the sport of Taekwondo. He deserves it too. Great young man, incredibly humble and respectful. I mean, just a delight to be around. His whole family is very, very talented. His father obviously was a former Mexican national team member, has a very successful business in the United States, actually. And his younger brother is a former national team member as well. So just a great pedigree.
And he'll have to draw on all of that experience here, because one thing you can guarantee is that Moon will not be intimidated by the crowd. He will be enjoying this atmosphere. Looks slightly confused in the centre of the ring. Do I go to the left? Do I go to the right? Are we at a soccer match? Are we at an NFL match? Or is this actually Taekwondo?
This is actually Taekwondo. This is great. This is what the sport needs to get to. And again, to have this event in a country like Mexico that is so passionate about Taekwondo is just absolutely amazing.
It's all about composure for Villa, because the atmosphere can do strange things to the adrenaline, get him too pumped up. Do you think his coach will be trying to keep him steady?
You know what? He's been rock steady all day. He's been in some really difficult matches, coming down to the last moment, getting, you know, golden points 2 different times, and he's been able to pull it through. You know, and I'm sure some of that has to do with his composure. Some of it has to do with the crowd support. So he's definitely going to have to stay under control, because the face kicks are coming, and they're going to come often. So I think he's going to have to do a couple spinning kicks on defense to slow this guy down.
Well, this is an awesome atmosphere as Moon makes his way up the stairs. Moon from South Korea, he's in blue. They're brought to the centre of the ring by Christopher Codling of England, the centre referee. Damian Villa in red from Mexico. And we will do our best to bring you balanced commentary here, but you will forgive us if we're a little bit caught up in the home atmosphere here. But Moon certainly will not be the taller of the two. And will the tail of the tape make a difference, Mark?
Well, there's certain, you can just see the height difference is so apparent. And you know what, Cha, he's a young kid, but he puts a lot of heat on people. I mean, he'll let you counter, and he just keeps putting pressure on like that, and hopes that one of his face kicks are going to land. He's drawing a deduction right away in the first 30 seconds, 15 seconds of the match.
Strong refereeing there from Chris Codling. Villa fell over in the action of throwing a double kick, but a nice little front leg just underneath the long legs of Moon.
You're going to see a lot of that. That's what's been his bread and butter all day long. He's used his front leg both sides in a jabbing side kick, in a counter roundhouse kick like that. He's been flicking it out. He's been very productive all day long. If he can keep this match close, he has a chance to steal it.
And I think Moon will be trying to do the same thing. If he can keep the score down, he will subdue the crowd. But just as I say that, they're back in this match here, trying to encourage their charge. A fake double there from the Korean, not intending to throw that, but just to confuse his opponent. Nothing doing on the scoreboard, but an intriguing matchup here. There's the headshot over the top one, looked very close.
They put it up. I thought it may have been his calf, but referees put it up.
Of course, anything below the ankle and above the shoulder counts as a headshot. The centre referee hasn't noticed that there is a counter protest either from the Mexican coach. Yep.
I think that's what he's going to call. He's going to say the headshot didn't register with the bottom of the foot. It was part of the ankle or the calf, and try to get those 3 points taken off the board. He might have a case. I think Cha's leg looked a little high. I mean, that's actually a problem from being too tall.
Sure. Because in Taekwondo, anything above the collarbone is the head in terms of the contact area, and anything below the ankle is, of course, the scoring area. It looked, to our vantage point, as if there was a calf involved there, but it is Dennis Ojo and Thomas from Dartfish again, the men in the middle, and they will make the pronouncement. Unfortunately, we cannot see exactly what's happening. Oh, we can. Here we are. One.
Wow, just as I said, I think it's his calf. I think they're going to take that off.
It's a lot of calf there.
That's a lot of calf, a lot of high ankle. I don't see the heel or the bottom of the foot.
Let's see what our judge, Dennis Ojo of France here.
Well, if they take these points off, you're going to see this crowd go crazy. I think it went past. This crowd is about to erupt. Let's see. Oh, he won the...
Great work there from The Mexican coach bang there, as you rightly called it when he noticed it was all calf.
I tell you what, though, that's an excellent call by the Mexican coach, Coach Bang, because that's a hard thing to risk so early in the match. But you know what? It's a pivotal 3 points against a taller fighter. So very good call. Excellent job.
Good work from the coach. And Villa tries to avoid the long legs again of the Korean, but the Korean just sneaks a little one underneath and a headshot that time.
You see the length. I mean, the side kick started it, and then of course the front leg axe kick just followed it. Wow, 4 points in a matter of seconds. Look at this.
But there was that counter spin that you mentioned, Juan.
Damien has an amazing agility, and I think he may have to let it loose a little bit here.
Yeah. I think it's shaping up to be that type of match. Moon looks to be thriving on the occasion. He's not intimidated at all. He's enjoying it. He's taking the centre ring. He has the leg length, and he does this pretend skip before he throws his headshot, and it's just caught Damien Villa a couple of times off guard.
I think Damien needs to recontrol the tempo of the match. The match was, that 0-0 match for the better part of a minute and a half, and then just that barrage of kicks opened up the 4-point lead.
What a match, what an atmosphere, but it is the South Korean who has the 4-point lead, and he's going back to his coaches here. The international language of Taekwondo there, advising use of that front leg. Villa tries with the double.
Yeah, beautiful. Damien tried to come out, attack him a little bit, just ran into that front leg. Damien has to cover so much distance, so he's going to have to do 2 kicks to get in that length, in that distance. But there's the counter front leg.
Absolutely there. You could just see, trying to cover that distance, walked into the front leg chop kick.
Chan's he's very exciting. He really thrives on these matches. He likes to mix it up. He likes to scrap. So I think he's going to keep coming at him. Damien right now, he needs to control the tempo. He needs to control the flow a little bit. Try to again pick a point. Maybe early or mid round, just to keep it a little bit close, because one more face point, this match could be out of reach right now.
It's Moon Cha-tae of South Korea in blue against the local home favourite Damien Villa of Mexico in red. The Korean is 4 points to the good. Villa struggling for the distance, but almost walks into a reverse turning kick there. And Moon has a lot of variety, as you would expect from the Korean national team.
Yeah, they match up so many times against people in their own domestic country that they have to be a little creative and come out with something a little bit out of the ordinary. You saw it there.
It's 5-0 there, just the pushing kick to the body, and it's beginning to become a real uphill battle here for Damien Villa.
And what people don't realize, when you're fighting that taller athlete, you're always on the defense. They're leaning on you, they're pushing you around. It really takes. There's a point by Damien. There's a little short fast kick. See, he attacked him. I liked it.
Yep, his confidence hasn't been sapped so far. He's going to have to draw on all of his energy. It's a kyungo each, a good punch there from Villa, but he walks into a shot on the way through. And it is that distance, it is that length, Mark.
Yeah, it's once Cha gets going, his leg is in the air. It's almost impossible for Damien to get around. Damien's either have to hot shot it, kind of like as a boxer with that front hand jab, hit him first and get out of there, because to counter it, it's going to be really difficult. Oh, look at this.
Wonderful. Moon Cha there in the clinch, throwing a reverse hook kick almost.
Wow.
We have some type of protest, I think, from the Korean coach.
I think both coaches look like they're going to protest. I see. I think Bang's going to say that Coach Bang from Mexico is going to say that he put his foot on the ground or his hand on the ground and then kicked up, maybe an illegal technique. And of course, I think the Korean coach going to?
He had his card up, but he put it away. They can both protest at the same time, but again, it's Christopher Codling and Dennis Ojo. They're going to be giving us the benefit of their perfect viewpoint. But if he did have his hands on the ground and he kicked him in the face, that would be a gam job.
It would be a gam job.
Which could change the game ever so slightly, would drop back to a 4-point game.
And then that spinning hook kick that we talked about could change the match.
You never know, but it's Dennis Ojo of France. And Thomas Gondole of Dartfish here.
Let's see. I see the hand going down, but I don't see it on the ground yet.
All anticipation here, all eyes on the video judges. Here we get a chance to see it land.
I think his foot was coming up when his hand was going down, so that's going to be, yep, it was declined.
So then, by virtue of that, the score, well,
the points didn't go up.
Yeah.
So he was just trying to gain a countdown.
An interesting passage of play there. If it wasn't a Gamjon, then the Korean coach might have thought about looking for a three-point head kick, which would have given his charge a lot more safety. But the triple turning kick from Villa, just not registering. Good covering from the taller Korean. The long arms as well, just blocking the shots with.
You notice where most of the match has been fought, most of it has been fought on the corner for Damien. He's been in this kind of space all the time, and it's just really difficult for him. He has nowhere to go. His options are limited because he can't go backwards, or else he's going to get a deduction. And so by re-entering, he runs into that lane.
Munchate takes a Kyungbo there for intentionally falling over. And that brings it back to 6-2, a 4-point game. It's all to play for, still one.
Listen, this match is still there. I mean, Cha has been blowing everybody out today. He's been winning by 12 and 15 points. And so to go into the third round, down 4 points, although it's not ideal, you're still giving yourself a chance. And that's what Damien's been doing all day long. He's been giving himself a chance to win the match late. So let's see if he can do it again.
Damien Villa, of course, as we've mentioned, a huge local favourite here. What they wouldn't give for him to make it through to the final. But great credit goes to Muntache, the taller Korean in blue. He's kept Villa at bay and he's kept the crowd relatively quiet. And he'll be looking to do more of that in the third round. But it is only a 4-point game. Coach Bam there, that's a bit of advice perhaps.
Yeah, he knows he has to catch lightning in the bottle right now. I mean, obviously, Cha is very composed and very aggressive and very eager to get his first world championship. So Damien's gonna have to muster up his experience. He's a young man, but definitely has a lot of experience, and we've talked about it over and over, the home crowd. Let's see what he does right at the beginning of this round.
It's great strength again from the Korean, takes the centre ring. Unfortunately for Villa, the crowd doesn't score any points for you. It might motivate you, but the Korean doesn't look intimidating at all. He's enjoying this, thriving on the occasion, using the longer legs to keep the centre of the ring. Attempted back kick from Villa. Back kick, of course, would be 2 points. There's a nice variation from Villa. Not sure about that one, a little bit of capoeira there.
Yeah, Damien does that a lot. He'll go for that point and maybe take a deduction, and that time he wasn't able to land.
It's all about the fitness and intensity now for Villa, because Muntache doesn't look tired. He's more than enjoying this. He's had a strong day today, and he's kept us up here in this third and final period.
And it's pretty interesting for being so strong. He's so tall that obviously he had to lose a lot of weight to make this weight category, but he is strong.
Yep. Doesn't look weight drained at all. Long and lean.
Long and lean.
And he's got that lead at the moment. 5 points to the good. And Villa just a little bit intimidated, trying to catch his breath here. Has to be careful. There's the headshot attempt. And quite wisely, I think. A little rest.
I don't know if his knee or his shoulder.
Head, shoulders, knees or toes, we will find out. Villa 6 points down. This is going to be the final surge here. He really has to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the final minute of the match. You know, he's a little bit banged up. We talked about that with all the other matches. You know, these athletes are banged up from 5, 6 matches throughout the day. Fighting a guy that's got to have 8, 9 inches on him in height, length. You know, it's a tough battle for him. But you know, Damien is a champion. He's a great warrior. I've seen him in big matches time and time again. He'll fight to the end, and that's what I expect of him. That's what he expects of himself. I'm sure this crowd definitely expects of him. Staying.
But Muntache not interested in the pedigree of his opponent, pushing him around, using that leg length, and it has been a masterclass from the Korean so far. He just has to see this out, but what does a Mexican athlete have to offer? He's fighting for it, he's pushing for it. Maybe a little bit too much there. Double-handed push, strong referee.
Yeah, 7-point lead. You know what's interesting, in the previous 2 matches, now this one, the winner has continued to be the aggressor, which is a really great way to take the fight and win the fight, not just kind of like hang on to a match. And you know, there's a reason why those athletes win and get to the finals of World Championship. So it's no coincidence.
Absolutely, and it's all about Munchate here. He's into the final stretch here, just under 30 seconds. Villa from Mexico tries to go for the glory there with a 4-point spinning shot. Not to be so far, they've shifted into open stance so that the Korean can use that long leg just to keep him away. Change of stance from Villa, walks into the front leg. It's now an 8-point game.
Yeah, just no, he's going for it. I mean, at this point, I mean, it's kind of, you'll say garbage time. I mean, Damien has to go for it. He's going to run into some shots. He's going to look for a knockout or something big. And sometimes you run into these little points here and there. Look at that. Great spinning hook kick. Good effort. Just not enough today.
You're absolutely right. Damien Villa goes out on his shield, gave it everything he had. The Mexican crowd more than happy to salute the efforts of Munchate. He marches on to the final. The 7-point gap maybe flatters the green a little bit, but he deserves that final spot.
Definitely deserved the spot. You know, Cha was very exciting, very handled himself very well. But Damien had a great day. Should be very proud of himself to win a bronze medal at the World Championship in your home country. Absolutely phenomenal. Very proud of him.
Tremendous ovation for Damien Villa. He gave it everything he had, but came up against a slightly bigger and slightly better opponent than Munchate. He marches on to the final. We'll get a chance to see the next semi-final coming up. That's Iran against Brazil. That's on in a few minutes' time. We have a little chance here at the break here, Juan, just to discuss your own national team, of course, the USA. They're here in strong numbers with high hopes. How is preparations and how is the